Alright, welcome ladies and gentlemen to King of the Hill. But not a King of the Hill like you may be thinking. This is a game mode King of the Hill. Have a look at this. We've got one massive sacred site sitting in the middle here. And this sacred site is one like no other. Because the difference here is that once you capture the sacred site, anytime you take off it, saves. Which means if you capture the sacred site for 9 minutes and 1 minute is left on it, but someone else takes it away from you, you can recapture that sacred site and it will only have 1 minute left on it. Which means everyone is going to be packing themselves into the middle of the map here, trying to capture this sacred site for themselves. Because the sacred site can also be captured with any military unit. Yep, that's right. Any military unit. Even a villager, actually. So it's not just a military unit. Any unit can capture it, starting in the feudal age. And something else that's crazy about it is you also get 200 gold a minute from it, which is more than a regular sacred site. In fact, it's double a normal sacred site. So people have a lot of incentives to grab this sacred site, right? It's not something you want to be just leaving by. But we might be seeing that out of players, right? Not everyone's going to be able to capture this. Only one person can have it at a time. So in these sort of modes, we've seen it a lot in Age of Empires 2 and Age of Empires 3, where you've either got this all-in strategy into the middle here, or you have players that may just look to boom it out with, you know, such as a Chinese civilization. It's a good civilization to boom with, right? So maybe we see that. We'll have to wait and see what we got going on. But you can see in the top left-hand corner of your screen, that's where we'll be keeping track of the counters in the top there. Just because the caster UI does not show, that doesn't show how long we got left on a sacred site. So we have to pull it from someone's stream. So this was streamed live over on Twitch. So that's how we're able to grab that. So big thank you to everyone that streamed this. So let's actually introduce the players, because we've got Sassy here spawning in the color red, picking the Chinese. The players did actually pick civilizations this round. So we've got Sassy here in the Chinese. We've got Wham also playing as the Chinese, moving out with 5 villagers. Is he going for a Barbican in the middle? I have a feeling he is. I think that's going to be the way for him. Then we've got Crackly also playing the Chinese. We've got three Chineses right here. He's going to be in the color teal here. And then we got Kaup playing as the English in the color blue. We've got Lash also playing as the English in the color green. Then we got Corvinus in the color pink playing as the Ottomans. And then we got Valdemar in the color orange playing as the Abbasid Dynasty. And finally Puppypaw in the color yellow playing as the Malians. Aging up here with the Saharan Trade Network, interestingly. Kind of a curious decision here. Not something we're used to seeing. But have a look at this. Wham going to be building the Barbican here. It's actually inside the sacred site. That is it's a little bit crazy. And we see now, Corvinus is going to be moving in now with a spear from that military school. We see players are here waiting with their scouts, because as soon as you age up, you can capture the sacred site with anything. So having a scout here at the ready is really, really important. And we see players now trying to turn their attention towards this Barbican. They understand that if this gets up, they're going to be in big trouble. Because it's going to be tricky for Wham to lose his sacred site, really, with the Barbican here. And he only needs to capture the sacred site for 10 minutes. So if he captures it at 4:20, did we see that? Crackly. He had it for a second there. It looks like Kaup may be able to capture it up here. There we go. Wow, there we go. Kaup going to be taking it. It looks like he'll be able to capture it up for a few seconds. There we go. He's got it. Now, we got Wham on the sacred site, as the scout did go down for Kaup. So we can see here, Wham's timer going to be starting to tick away. 9 minutes, 55 seconds left on the clock. If someone captures this and then Wham reclaims it, it'll left off where it finished, basically. So it's going to be really exciting to see how players look to go with this. And for the time being, it looks like Wham's going for a very much all-in play here with the Barbican. So we'll have to wait and see what he does here with this. If he looks to go maybe Castle Age. And we see here, Corvinus now just going to be jumping on that sacred site himself. Going to be capturing it up. His timer now going to be starting. Just trying to get a few seconds here or there. That Barbican being a real pain. But it looks like Wham's coming back once again. Oh, this control all sacred sites is... It might get a little bit annoying. It might get a little bit annoying. But I promise you it's worth the notifications. And that Spearman is going to be going down. Wham almost has a minute of this sacred site. And behind this, he's getting a load of gold as well. You got to remember, 200 gold a minute. It's a lot for this early stage of the game, right? It's almost 3 relics. So it's something you definitely don't want to overlook. But I do want to quickly tell you guys about memberships for this channel, because there's currently a few exclusive videos for members. We're going to be pushing 1 video a week for members exclusively. And at the moment, we already have 2 up there. And they're both cast with Killer Pigeon. So we've got... Basically, one of them is Battle Royale Migration. So, you know the map Migration, the one with the little islands? We've got that, but Battle Royale style. So, I do check that one out. And then we've also got King of the Hill, but on mountain... not mountain clearing. Yeah, no, mountain clearing. So, we got another one of these, but it's on mountain clearing. So, everyone's, like, much closer towards the sacred site, which is pretty bonkers. It's definitely worth checking out. And to become a member to this channel, it really helps me out make content, because I want to host more things like this in the future. But also, you get all of this exclusive content. Hopefully you guys do enjoy it. And it costs less than a Twitch Prime, or not a Twitch Prime, a Twitch subscription on Twitch. So do check it out. It's I believe it's $4 a month. So I highly recommend checking it out, even if it's just for a month. There's some really good stuff on there. Me and Killer Pigeon casted a lot of these games. So they're going to be exclusive to members. So we'll be pushing one a week. There'll all be unique content as well. It won't all be, you know, just regular casted stuff. It'll be fun stuff like this. Whether that's, you know, Migration, Battle Royale. We'll do some more micro map stuff on there as well. I've got some other crazy plans, like what happens if you put 30 relics on a map and then get players to 1v1 each other. So that's the sort of stuff we're going for over there. So if you're interested in that, check it out. It's the little join button just below. But let's get back to the game here, because wham, look at this. He's down to 7 minutes and 20 seconds. He's now starting to make some Chukunu. He's also dropping down a stable here, really looking to secure up this center. But let's check in with the other players, because have a look at Valdemar. Oh my goodness, Valdemar, have a look at this. He's gone for 4 town centers here in the middle. He is going super greedy. He's like, okay, well, I'm going to pray other people deal with Wham. You know, we'll leave Wham to deal with the... We'll leave other people to deal with Wham, okay? And we'll just sit here on 4 TCs and do our thing. That's kind of his plan at the moment. We'll have to see how it works out for him. But I think Crackety's also doing the same sort of thing. Have a look at what he's doing here. He is walling up his side. He's on 2 TC. He's on Song Dynasty. So, you know, he is absolutely booming the wazoo right now. And then we've got Kalp. He's looking to go up with the King's Palace. A 2 TC for him as well. Lash, 2 TC. Valdemar, not Valdemar, sorry. Corvinus, 2 TC. Puppypaw, he's the only one on 1 TC at the moment, though. But he's been... Oh, he's going for trade. Oh my goodness, this is actually really, really smart. He's got the trade post back here. He's setting up lots of outposts. He's setting up... he's got the Saharan trade network, so that is why he went up with the Slam Lock. And now he's starting to trade. So everyone's going for a bit of a boomy approach. We see Sassy also on 2 TC. I think he's on Song Dynasty as well. And then Wham also on 2 TC. So everyone's gone 2 TC here. But look at this. Wham still has this sacred site. We see Corvinus is going to be catching up for just a little bit here. I don't think he's going to be able to hold underneath this, though. With Chukunu jumping inside the Barbican, that's going to be a lot of damage. Corvinus is going to be able to capture this up for a little bit. We see he's ticking away a little bit of time. But this is actually a good example to show how Wham's sacred site timer will resume. So here we go. He's going back on. Looks like Corvinus still on that sacred site, just barely. But there we go. He gets taken off Wham. Going to be recapturing it. And you can see in the top left there, it resumes to 5 minutes 50. So all he needs to do is hold this for 5 minutes 50. And he wins the game. And at the moment, I don't see much military coming out from many players here, apart from a little bit of longbow action from Lash. And I think Corvinus... He's the one that's been doing the most work here. Everyone else is sort of just sitting in their base, booming away. So Kalp and Corvinus are going to have to pull out something here to try and stop this. Because it's going to be increasingly more difficult with this Barbican here. And Sass going to be aging up now with the astronomical clock tower. I think he's going to be the first one. Actually, no, Kalp's already up to the castle age here with the King's Palace. But he didn't go for any sort of 2 TC. This is his second TC, right? Whereas Lash, he went for I don't know how you'd say it, a built town center, not a landmark town center, I guess you could say. But it looks like Lash is really starting to set up some production now. He went up with the longbow landmark. So he's starting to build up some barracks now. He's going to be starting to build up quite a force, because I think players are starting to realize they need to do something about Lash over here, because... Oh, not Lash, sorry. Wham. Wham. They need to do something about Wham, because Wham is down to 4 minutes, 35 seconds. And at the moment, I'm not sure if players have enough. Look at the production here for Wham. He's now dropping down the astronomical clock tower as well. Oh, man. This is going to be so hard. If he gets out... Honestly, I think at this point, you just spam out spears, right? Spam out spears, maybe a couple more Chukanu, and you just get out like an STB. What do players do then? Hardly any of them are in the castle age. They can't get out Springles. I think the best choice is just to go for mass cab, right? These Sipahi are going to be the best case. But if Wham has enough spears... Oh, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. And it's not even like you can go for an all-in approach here and just sort of throw away units to stop the sacred site. Because Wham's just going to be able to recapture it back if you don't have enough of an army. But it looks like now Calp's on the way as well. Players starting to get a little bit more involved. Crackety, he's got a little bit of Chukanu mass. Looks like Valdemar, he's finally dropping down the production buildings. He's realizing, oh, maybe I do need to help out a little bit here. But it looks like Wham now retreating back. Calp captures up the sacred site for just a little bit here. Maybe Wham's just waiting back a little bit, waiting for this Barbican to do a little bit of work while he builds up a little mass, waiting for that Nesta B to come in, maybe waiting for the veterancy upgrades to come in, as he hasn't even grabbed the hardened upgrade yet for these guys. Actually, that might be, that might just be... Okay, no, he hasn't actually grabbed hardened upgrade. Okay, so Calp starting to get a little bit of time off of this sacred site. So... it looks like now Wham pulling some more workers. Doesn't have enough for a keep, but may just be looking for outposts possibly, or maybe just coming back for the day. Okay, I think that might be the case here. Calp just looking to guard this position. And we got... Oh, hello. Oh my goodness, Lash. That is an aggressive... That is one aggressive white tower. Well, I'm going to be capturing this back up. I think he can deny away this white tower, honestly. Unless Calp and Lash have coordinated on this. And maybe Calp is going to be guarding this while Lash builds the landmark. As we can see, that's a lot of workers. Lash, that... He's still... I guess he did go to 2TC, but that seems like a lot of idle time right there for that white tower. But it looks like Calp are going to be taking down a lot of Wham's army, but the Nesta B getting repaired up. He's going to be taking out a lot of units. Corvinus now reaches the castle age as well. Lash is going to be up any second now. But Wham, he's 3 minutes away now from the sacred site victory. Lash is trying his best here to do something with this white tower. Maybe he can try and get out a trebuchet. Even then, are you going to have enough time to take out this Barbican with a trebuchet or two? And then capture up this sacred site without Wham pulling everything? Because we're getting to this point in the game where Wham can potentially think about pulling absolutely everything, every single villager, every single unit, and just sticking them on the sacred site. As we see now, Wham is going to be adding in another keep, and he's playing as the Chinese. He's going to be able to rush up this keep. Oh boy. Players are really going to start feeling a little bit worried now. We see players actually starting to get a little bit involved. Crackley's looking to push the base of Wham a little bit, it seems. Just trying to distract his army maybe a little bit, as we see there. Wham is having to retreat back, so leaving the sacred site a little bit open. He's down to 2 minutes 15 seconds. Puppypaw going to be going with the Fort of the Huntress now. That trade really starting to pick up. So now has the potential to age up here with a lot of villagers. 43 villagers here building that Fort of the Huntress. Wham, he's going to be able to get it up the keep in time. And this is still a great position for him. But Crackley's looking to push the base here. And we see the king. We're playing Regicide, just to let you know. What is the king doing? I think Wham was trying to get it towards the center here as he was going in for the all-in approach. He needs to be careful, though. These kings are so damn slow. And Sassy, we see the sacred site gets captured up by what's his name? Calb, sorry. But the king, he needs to get inside the TC or inside the keep. The king is so slow. Sassy, is he going to be able to get it? He's going to get it. No way, he gets the king. The king on 200 HP. Gonna get taken out, and Wham is the first person eliminated in this crazy brand new game mode, King of the Hill. What a crazy start. Wham was down to like 2 minutes. And now he's out of the game just like that. Which now opens up the potential to other people who are starting to get a little bit more involved. Like Lash. Have a look at this. Lash, he's got down some good forward keeps here. Corvinus looks like he's going for a very aggressive keep. That's not going to be happening here if Calp and Lash have something to say about it. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's not going up. That is not going up. We can flip to someone else's perspective so we can get this back. But have a look at this. The keep going to be going down. Corvinus, yeah, you're not getting that. Even if it does go up, that's going to be a lot of wasted resources. These rams doing a lot of damage. We see the white tower and the keep dealing a lot of damage as well. And Puppypaw looks like he's being put under a little bit of pressure from Valdemar. I feel like this isn't what you want to be doing. Making enemies like this at this point in the game, if you're like Valdemar, like, sure, you've got a good economy. You can probably pick a fight. But if we've got Corvinus or Lash, I think Lash is a good contender next for the Sacred Site. You know, if they've got a low time over here, and Valdemar's just fighting Puppypaw and they're not focusing on the center here, that could be terrible for both of these players. So a little bit surprising there that Valdemar's looking to pick that fight rather than just booming up a little bit more. Kind of an interesting one. We'll have to see where that one goes. But Calp going to be moving back in with his army. Doesn't have that much forward defenses like Corvinus does. Corvinus has actually managed to keep this keep alive for quite a long time, by the way. But I don't think it's going to be staying alive. We've got more rams coming out here from Lash. Calp also looking to take it down. He's recaptured it for himself. He's got 8 minutes left. He's just been slowly capturing it up throughout this game, which I think is really smart. You know, just slowly ticking away at that Sacred Site, I think is a really, really good move. And when we see Calp here, look at this. He's going for like a mini Walmart keep. I guess he's playing as the English, so what would this be? This would be like a little keep or an Aldi keep. Most of you aren't English. You probably don't understand that reference, but... Actually, no, I think a lot of you are German. You guys have Aldi in Germany, right? Pretty sure you guys do. But anyway, Calp, he's setting up a little defense here. Mainly for the network of castles, right? Just for that extra attack speed. But Lash, he's got something to say about this. He does not agree with this, what Calp has going on here. With the Mangonel on the backline as well. Look at the damage going onto the longbows. Huge amount of damage. And we've got crossbows and boiling oil coming out now from Lash. Boiling oil, I think, is going to be huge in this mode. If you can get a decent set of keeps up around the Sacred Site, and then get boiling oil in, I think that's kind of crazy. So we'll have to see how that does for Lash. We see he's now captured up that Sacred Site for the first time this game. 9 minutes, 55 seconds left on the clock for him. But let's take a look at the players which we haven't really spoken too much about. Crackety, what have you been doing, man? Look, what is this shape of a base you've made? Looking a little bit sus, I'll be honest. It looks a little bit sus. But Crackety's done a really good boom here. You know, look at this farm transition. He's going to be very, very happy to look to try and capture up that Sacred Site. We see he's got a great score lead. Also, Sassy, he's been doing a lot of booming. Hasn't really made that much of an appearance, setting up a nice keep in the base here. Really, really smart because he's got the king inside of this TC. He'll be able to hop to keep, then hop to the TC. Also setting up his farm transition. Doesn't have many walls down. He's got a bit of a palisade wall, but that's really nothing too major. But have a look at this. Valdemar, he's going in right now with some horsemen. Veterancy. He's in the Imperial Age, but doesn't have the elite upgrades in. He's got Hank and Ears. Also got the Bombard. Going to be starting to fire down on that TC. The king for Valdemar, or the king for Puppypaw, sitting inside that Saharan trade network. We've got a bit of a contention on the Sacred Site. Cab going to be reclaiming that one. A little bit of a back and forth here between the two English players. But honestly, Valdemar, he's looking pretty strong here. He's taking out a lot of trade. Taking out a lot of army here from Puppypaw. Puppypaw just doesn't have the production here to deal with this. And Valdemar, he's coming in with the Bombard, taking out that TC. Oh man, this is looking a little bit rough. By the way, landmark victory, I do believe is still on. I'm not 100% sure. So you can still win, I'm pretty sure, from landmark victories. So that's also an option here for Valdemar, I guess. It's going to be a little bit tricky with that Fort of the Huntress in the middle, though. I think the better option here is to go for that king. We see Puppypaw is trying to get down a little keep here, because he knows that the Saharan trade network here isn't going to last that long. Only 5,000 HP. Well, I guess they both have 5,000 HP, right? But it keeps definitely a little bit better. It's got a little bit more attack, right? But we see here the Saharan Trade Network starting to take quite a bit of damage. Back in the center here, it looks like Kalp still... Oh, Lash actually has this one captured up for the time being, down to 8 minutes. And we see here the Saharan Trade Network starting to take quite a bit of damage. Look at this, 3 bombards out. The king. And there it is, it's out on the field. And Puppypaw is so... The king is so slow. This is not Outback Octagon. And with that, Puppypaw gets eliminated. The second player. Both of the Canadian brothers, the first 2 out of this King of the Hill match. Valdemar now opens himself up to a little bit more space. Also now has access to this trade post. Wow. And now Sassy's coming in here, pulling the villagers. He's got the Nesta B-Mass on the back line. Kalp and Lash is looking to fight it out for the time being. Lash still has that Sacred Site though. Down to 7 minutes, 15 seconds. Nothing to really worry about yet. It's no... Who killed Pumba? It's just unnecessary. But Lash isn't down to that spot where Wham was, right? We don't need to start worrying about Lash's timer quite yet. For, you know, at least a couple more minutes, right? But Sassy, look at this. This is one aggressive Great Wall Gatehouse. But this is really smart. We see he's got plenty of defenses on the back line here to help defend this position getting up. We've got plenty of Palace Guard, plenty of Nesta Bees, plenty of villagers here building that Great Wall Gatehouse. I mean, Sassy's going to have a good spot here. Because if we take a look at the score, he's in the top 3 when it comes to the economy. You know, he is set up for the late game here. Look at the farms he's got down. And he's got a very nice defensive position here with his king. And Sassy, he now has that Sacred Site. 9 minutes, 50 seconds left. And it looks like now Valdemar turns his attention over to Corvinus. Interestingly how Valdemar is playing this. He's not playing for the Sacred Site whatsoever. He's just playing to take out players. Which I think is an interesting approach. I'm not sure if it's the best plan. But we'll have to see how it does for him. Because Sassy, look at this defense that he's got right here. He has got an insane defense with this Great Wall Gatehouse. Might want to repair it up a little bit. But he's looking to take out lots of Lash's defenses. And then we got Crackety over here. Still yet to leave his base. He's had an army for quite a while. At least I think... Did he delete it? No. I think he did. I think he did delete it. So he's just making fire lancers now, which I think could be a good idea. You know, try and do some king snipes. I think, I was going to say Kalp might be under a little bit of a pressure from a landmark, or not a landmark snipe, a king snipe. But have a look at this. No fire lancer is going to be getting in here. Kalp sitting very happy around that little wall. Crackety. Or not Crackety, Sassy. Oh my goodness. Sure, Sassy might have it, but look at this. Lash going up with the Berkshire Palace, a matter of tiles away from this central sacred site. From that King of the Hill. He's also got out some decent trebuchet numbers. He's got through boiling oil. I think Lash is looking really strong here. I think he's going to need to capture it up, though, before players look to get to that point in the game where they can just spam out production. Like, just non-stop, right? Because if you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players just spamming stuff into the middle of you, you're going to find that a little bit hard. So you need to get to that point of where you're looking for the win before they're at that stage, right? But Lash, look at this. That keep under a lot of pressure from that Great Wall Gatehouse, taking a lot of damage. This landmark is absolutely insane, by the way. But have a look at what else is going on here. Valdemar now looking to push into the base of Corvinus. He's looking for that king. Where is the king for Corvinus? It's sitting all the way back here in the keep. He's got double keep for that king. And it looks like here we got a great bombarding placement coming through for Corvinus on that Seagate Castle. These hand cannoneers taking a lot of damage. We got Kalp reaching the Imperial Age with the forward of Berkshire Palace. And it looks like now Valdemar, he has regretted his decisions because he's going to be falling back here. Corvinus was able to hold on here. He's done quite a bit of damage to the economy, though. But this is just annoying because it's like, Valdemar, what are you achieving here? I mean, I guess it still works, right? If you're able to do this to every single player, then sure. But I think there's a much bigger possibility of someone winning on this sacred site than winning by killing everyone, right? But in saying that, Puppypaw and Wham have been taken out by King Snipe so far this game. So we'll have to keep an eye on to see if any other snipes happen. As we see here, Cracky just making use of all the resources on the map. He's just booming away over here. He's got stone walls up now as well. Yeah, this is absolutely bonkers. But Lash, look at this. Oh, he's taking huge damage from the Great Wall Gatehouse. That's an oof. That is an oof. But it does get taken down now. And Lash, with only 6 minutes left on the clock, I think he's looking in a really good position here. With 3 keeps on the front line. Another 2 to follow that up. One of them being a white tower. As well as a load of production over here. He's got plenty of buildings down. He's starting to grab his... I'm sure he's on the way with the elite upgrades for these guys as well. I think Lash is in a great spot right now to possibly win this game. I see it very hard anyone pushing this, especially when we got people like Cracky who's just sitting in the base here with... He's deleted the fire lancers as well. Like, Cracky, what is the plan here? He's making longbow. He has actually still got some fire lancers. He's making archers now, which is something kind of interesting to see. But look at this. We've got Valdemar pushing once again into Corvinus's base. Just being an absolute pain right there. So Valdemar versus Corvinus currently going. Then we've got Kalp versus Lash versus Sassy in the middle. And then Cracky just kind of sitting by himself over here. Just making lots of random archers and fire lancers. And then just deleting them, which... It's an interesting strategy, Cracky. It certainly is, but we'll keep an eye on him. See what he's up to. But Lash is just sort of being left here with this sacred site. He's got 4 minutes, 43 seconds left on the clock. And at the moment, no one's really pushing into him. Valdemar and Corvinus currently fighting each other, so that's them two out of the question. Sassy is pretty much the only contender. We see, I mean, Kalp may be able to do something here. He's got a decent mass, but even then, a 2 versus 1 here is not great because look at Lash's defenses, and he only has to hold for 4 minutes. He can pull everything here if he so wanted to. So he's also got the king up here as well, by the way. So there's no potential for anyone to snipe him in the base here. But we got Crackety moving out. No, no, no! This is so smart! Oh my goodness! Why didn't I? Oh, this is actually no! Kalp! Oh my goodness, Crackety he takes out Kalp with the mat of 20 archers. I was so confused as to why he made archers, and with that he deletes them. I was so confused as to why he's making archers, but now it makes so much sense. Kalp with the... I mean, it was a good play, right? You're defending yourself from fire lancers, but you left yourself wide open for archers. Oh man, that feels so bad. And now Crackety, look at the spaces around him. The player that's been booming this whole game. Oh, look at this. No king in there, I don't think. The king for Valdemar is... I'm not actually sure. Valdemar might be the next... Oh, no, he's safe. He's safe all the way back here. But Corvinus, you know, he's putting on a lot of pressure here. But Crackety, the one player booming the whole game, has the most space on the map despite doing the least work, which I find pretty funny. You know, it wasn't exactly work to take out Kalp right there. I know he didn't even take out Wham, so Crackety's looking in a great spot, but he needs to do something about Lash. Look at this, we've got 3 minutes left. Lash is now starting to stonewall this up. He's dropping down another keep. He's got the Berkshire here with the king inside as well. Lash is in such a dominant position right here. And at the moment, Corvinus is just focusing down Valdemar. No one is doing anything about Lash. Lash is just being left alone right now. Crackety, it looks like he's slowly preparing up his army. His fire lancers, they've been upgraded to the elite status. So I think if anyone's going to do it, it's going to be Crackety. Crackety and Sassy need to try and coordinate this, right? We need Sassy coming in at the front here, taking out a lot of Lash's army, and then we need Crackety to come in behind and try and snipe this king. As now we see Crackety going to be coming in here with a dive underneath all of the boiling oil. Look at the boiling oil coming in. Lash going to be trying to defend this with men-at-arms. Doesn't have any sort of spears here to defend this. Look at the numbers, though. The Berkshire Palace taking a lot of damage, and the king is so slow as well. If the king... I mean, if Crackety can somehow get a few units... Look, we got a couple of fire lancers. The king It's going to be jumping outside of the Berkshire Palace any second now. 600 HP. We've got more fire lancers coming in. Look at the rally point right now from Crackly. 500 HP. We've got villagers repairing this one up. Oh my goodness. The Sacred Site gets captured out for the time being. It looks like Lash is able to hold, but we've got round 2 coming in. It looks like now Sassy going to be capturing that one up. Lash trying to hold on here with his Berkshire Palace. Needs to keep this one alive. As now Corvinus pushing in here with massive Ahi. That Berkshire Palace once again going to get put under a lot of pressure here. 800, 700. And Sass coming in, and there it is. The Berkshire Palace is down. There's the king. 74 HP. It's 70 to 37. It hops inside of the keep. Lash manages to keep it alive on 37 HP. And now Valdemar. He's made up with Corvinus. They've stopped their little fight, whatever was going on, over on the left-hand side, and they've realized the bigger threat here is Lash. Lash, he jumps his king outside. It's on 5 HP. Lash, what are you doing, you madman? We got fire lancers right over here. No, 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 Lash. Oh, he manages to save it once again. This is absolutely bonkers right here. Lash managing to keep his king alive on 5 HP. And now he's capturing up that Sacred Site once again. His Berkshire Palace may have gone down, but he's repairing it back up. He's still got 3 keeps alive. And his king is now looking to retreat back to this white tower. How long have we got left on the clock? 1 minute, 42 seconds left here for Lash. This is the point in the game where he can look to pull everything. He's got villagers over here, which is about to get absolutely destroyed by Crackly. At this point in the game, you pull everything towards its Sacred Site. You need it to defend against this, You need it to defend this Sacred Site. This is your last hope. Because you're going to get destroyed. Even if you do retreat back from this position, players are not going to want to keep you alive when you've got 1 minute, 18 seconds left on the clock. They're going to kill you. Crackly and Corvinus will destroy you. So you have to go all in here. I see. There it is. The villagers, they're getting pulled. We've got more and more men-at-arms being made here. The Berkshire Palace is about to get out once again. That king sits happily inside of the white tower here, not sitting inside this Berkshire. The Berkshire Palace gets up once again. The king going to be making his way towards that Berkshire Palace. I think he should be able to get it in here. 50 seconds left on the clock here for Lash. We got the villagers now making their appearance. He needs to hold 1 unit on this Sacred Site to win the game. That is it. He needs 1 unit sitting on the Sacred Site when this Sacred Site timer hits 0. That is it. We've got 30 seconds left. Look at the massive still for Lash. We got everyone piling in now. Crackly, he's here with the Rams. Now, Corvinus, he's looking to burn down that Berkshire Palace. Lash still has another keep he can jump into. We've got 18 seconds left. The Berkshire Palace is going down. We need to get us around in here. Lash, he jumps out. The king goes down with almost 10 seconds left on the clock for Lash. He goes down. The king snipe happens. And Lash gets eliminated. Oh my goodness. I think that was a landmark snipe, in fact, not a king snipe. Yeah, we see there. Look, all the landmarks got taken out for Lash. And with that Berkshire going down, it meant that he got eliminated with just over 10 seconds left on the clock. Oh my goodness, that was too close. That was too close. And now players are just fighting it out here. Sassy versus Corvinus in the middle here. We're now down to the final 4. We got Crackly, we got Sassy, we got Valdemar, and we got Corvinus all fighting it out for this central Sacred Site here. Sassy, he looks like a good contender here with that Great Wall Gatehouse back up once again. He's cleaned up a lot of the army, and look at the score he's got. He has got a huge economy right now, and he set up a huge stone wall as well. And there it is, the Sacred Site captured back up once again here for Sassy. 6 minutes, 14 seconds left on the clock, and now he's going for that keep. Oh my goodness, Crackly. He's been booming away this whole game. He should have an insane economy right now to be able to push onto Sassy here. But the question is, are you going to be able to push past this Great Wall Gatehouse and the nest of bees that Sassy has right here? Look at he's got all of the upgrades as well on these Palace Guard. It looks like Crackly going to be jumping on the walls. He's going to be making use of that. Definitely a nice nice sight to see. Those Nesta bees really don't do too much damage. We see here that the wall defense is just so huge. You know, it reduces ranged and siege attacks by 66%. You know, that's absolutely crazy. So he's taking still taking a lot of damage. Nesta bees do a lot of damage to it, right? But now, look at this. Valdemar, you know, he's like, okay, we dealt with Lash, okay? It may have been 10 seconds. We may have left it a little bit late. But, you know, we'll come back. I'll come back to you, Corvinus. I want to finish what I started, right? Corvinus still has 3 keeps over here. Corvinus can look to hold on here. So we've got a bit of a 1 versus 1 and another 1 versus 1. So Crackety versus Sassy at the moment with Corvinus, and then Corvinus versus Valdemar. It looks like Sassy is looking... I gotta say, Sassy, I think it's gonna be hard for players to push this, but I may be wrong. I mean... Where's Crack? Oh, look at this. Where's Sassy's king? Okay, so he's got a stone wall up, but oh, we got rams. Look how slow the king is. That king is so slow. Crackety. Oh, there's a way through. Crackety. If you use the treason ability to find out where the kings are, Crackety will be able to see that he can actually snipe this king right now. He's got enough fire lancers to do so. He's also got rams to break through this wall. But Sassy, you know, he's going for the all-in play now. And as you, the way you can identify this is if they're bringing their king forward here, as well as a load of their villagers for this sacred site in the middle. That's how you know they're going for an all-in. And Sassy definitely has the economy to do so. Let's have a look at his bank. I mean, it's not bad, right? But you've got a lot of units in the queue. You've got 4 Nesta bees. You've got some hand cannoneers and stuff. So, honestly, I think Sassy's ready. He's only got 3 minutes, 33 seconds left on the clock. I think he can definitely do this. And now Sassy, he's looking to raid a bit of Valdemar, it seems. Valdemar at the moment hasn't gone for the sacred site whatsoever this game, apart from trying to take Lash off. But now Corvinus, looks like these two have become friends once again. And Corvinus is looking to push onto Sassy now. He knows they've identified, okay, maybe fighting each other isn't the best idea, and maybe we should be going for the person with 3 minutes left on the clock. And what we see here, Crackety going to be looking to break through this stone wall gate. Plenty of rams here to do so. Where's the king at, though? Where is he at? He's in this keep. Okay. So I think Sassy should be able to hold this position pretty easily. I think it's going to be hard for Crackety to do a snipe there, but I may be wrong. As we see now, Crackety going to be moving in with a load of fire lancers, taking out those nest bees. Taking a huge amount of damage from that Great Wall Gatehouse. Look at the damage that comes through from this thing. And Valdemar, Corvinus, he's here as well with his mass Sipahi. That is a huge Sipahi mass. He's also using the Fortitude ability to take down these keeps even faster. And Crackety's looking to take out a lot of production here. A lot of farms. You know, all of Sassy's farming economy is over here. In fact, I think all of it is. I think all of his farming eco is here. So this could be pretty bad for Sassy. In fact, yeah, he's evacuating the whole farm. I don't think he's got enough food in the bank to do that. It's going to be hard for him to hold this position, I think. He's got 2 minutes left, so I think he could pull everything here. This is going to be another close one. Look at the rally right now from Crackety. Look at the mass palace guard. That is crazy. You might want to start thinking about rallying towards the middle here, though. Because we have a big fight about to happen in the middle here. We've got Boyars. Oh, not Boyars, Fortitude, but Fortitude. That's come through once again here for Corvinus. Might not want to use it underneath this Great Wall Gatehouse, though. We just see here. Look at the damage this landmark does. It is bonkers. This landmark definitely needs a nerf. But that keep will be going down, so they've taken out quite a lot of static defense here for Sassy, but he's only got 1 minute, 35 seconds left on the clock. He only needs to hold the unit here. And he's got villagers still. He can pull everything. You know, that's 180 population that he can just stick on this sacred site. At this point, you do Control-Shift-A to select every single thing on the map that is in your control, and you right-click the sacred site. It may select everything, including sheep, but it's worth it. Make the sheep as body blocking units. I don't know. Just bring everything to the sacred site, right? You got just over 1 minute left on the sacred site. We got players starting to build up their masses though. Look at this. Corvinus, he's ready to the bottom. We've got Valdemar ready at the left. We've got Crackety ready to the right hand side. In fact, I wouldn't say ready actually, because Crackety He's kind of in the base of Sassy. He's kind of shutting him down, but they need to focus on this sacred site. Players now looking to move in. We got huge damage once again coming through from this Great Wall Gatehouse. This has been such a clutch landmark here for Sassy. But we've got 37 seconds left on this sacred site. Sassy, he just needs to hold. Does he now pull everything? I feel like you got it, right? He's not pulling any villagers. In fact, he's going home with some units here. Honestly, this is not what you want to do. You have lost your base here. Krakeny has destroyed you in the base. You go all in on this sacred site. As we've got 18 seconds left now. Valdemar and Corvinus rushing in here with the units. We've got Nestor B's Great Wall Gatehouse on the back line, firing upon these units. And Sassy, you need to pull these units onto the sacred site. You need to keep a unit here. We've got 4 seconds left on the clock. 3, 2, 1. Boom. Come on, there it is. Sassy takes the win in the first ever game of King of the Hill. What a crazy match. I thought Lash was going to win. Oh, actually, I thought Wham was going to win it. Then we thought Lash was going to win it. And then Sassy was able to win. What an absolutely crazy game. If you did enjoy this, please do feel free to leave a like. Consider subscribing, become a member for more exclusive content. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.